Hello there everybody, Odin, my name is Supersonic Blur, and you know how sometimes you think you've pushed a button and you haven't pushed a button, and as a result you spend about half an hour to an hour doing something and it not quite going as you thought? Well, yeah, I did that twice. I started a Thunderdome and it's been going really well. Didn't record it, but it's been going really well. Yeah. So I thought at the end of the day, I will still bring you some more of the Thunderdome. I managed to hit the 7 wins fairly easily. This deck, from what I've seen and played of it, runs really fast. And the idea is to steamroll. If it gets very late into the game, you kind of fall over a bit. But it hasn't had that big of a problem, thanks to having 2 Chieftain, a Freya, a Blade Master for the late game, and the Hell, Nacon Warrior, and sort of things to try and hold it. Yeah, it's been an interesting deck. Like I said, so far it's kind of just steamrolled a lot of stuff. The early game, 2 Warrior Sigil, the Basilisk isn't bad, the Fate's been very useful, the 2 Hunter Sigils been useful, even Imperial Soldier coming out turn 1 isn't bad, Rat's not bad, Thracian's been alright, you know, I've had a fair few, and the nice thing is as well, is every so often, I'll be able to get my, to pick up things off, say for example, I have a Web of Weird, I'm pretty sure I have a Web of Weird somewhere, I have something that enables me to draw, a couple cards, I think. Is it this deck? No, sorry, I'm thinking of a different deck. That was a previous one. But yeah, this has just been stupid fun to run with. Like I said, it's gone to the 7-0, so I'm expecting now to go 7-3 in this video. But let's hope that it doesn't go like that. So let's see what happens when we take this deck to the 8th game. Alright then, so we're going to be facing against a Zeus. This should be pretty fun. Alright then, I'm going to keep the Warrior Sigil, and by that I should probably keep the 2 turn 2 plays, because I can go Thracian, Warrior Sigil, and the other thing as well. So in that case, I should drop Imperial Archer and Chieftain. Because I know what my turn 2 is going to be. My turn is going to be essentially, hopefully, yep, alright. So, the play is fairly simple. If I Thracian this turn, I don't put 1 damage in, but I'm okay with that. I'm not okay with that even. I'm fine with doing it this way, because this puts a pressure on the board and something up close to him. It's as aggressive I can be. If he plays a Scylla, he plays a Scylla. I can't stop that. It doesn't look like it's going to be. It might just be something big, fat. So it is something, quote-unquote, big and fat. I'm fine with that. Because what I can do now is just summon 3 dudes on my turn. And control is the key with this. So what I can do here is I can just control a board a bit, and I'm fine with that. It's not too big of a problem. Venator is a card. I can't stop Venator too much, so I think then what I'm going to do, let's see, 1, 2, 3, he hits that, so that's fine. What I am going to do then is interesting. I can give immunity to spells. I can drop this down, which is nice. If I play this, what happens here is he ends up in an awkward spot, in so much that every time he clears my stuff, I get a free thing. I get a free 1 damage. So I can essentially compound the damage I have. Next turn, I can hunt us. I can just drop something. I mean, this can kill it. So I want to coerce next turn, probably. Thracian, coin pot, I guess. Or I could hunt a Sigil. I'm probably going to hunt a Sigil because it gets 2/2/2 ranged. That's annoying. That's kind of annoying. I don't like that. That's a strong card. That's a lot of draw for him. So, I think what we're going to do here... Is that a beast? Should be a beast. It's not a beast, but it should be a beast. I don't get it why these aren't beasts, but whatever. Let's see. If I drop these 2, that drops them to 2 2s. Which I like. Yeah.
May the gods of Valkyrie surround you!
I'm going to take the initiative and hit the damage here. because there's no point in me not. And then, I don't want that to take the damage, but I need it to kind of take the damage. So what I'm going to do is... I don't really want to move it. There's no point in me moving it. This can only go up to there anyway because of that, so I'm just not going to move it. It's going to sit there, and it's going to take it. I have 6 damage, and that thing can deal 6. I'm fine with that. He draws 3 cards. He still draws 3 cards. That's fine. He draws 3 cards off that thing, but that's fine. I'm okay. I'm okay with this. Alright, yeah, I'm still okay with this. He draws 3 cards. It pushes him 3 cards deep into the deck. It sucks that it has to be like that, but at the same time, I can't stop him from doing that, so... As is. Athena sucks if it's placed right there. So what I want to try and do is put something there. More than anything. So what I'm going to do is, if I put down... If I put down a Gaius, that's not really doing anything, but at the same time, it does create an annoyance for him in that they're immune to spells. And then I guess, how far can that go? 1, 2, 3, so it can hit up to anything that's in this spot here. So, because of that, I'm just going to summon a 1/1 and punch some damage in. This being immune to spells isn't bad. Athena does suck, and based off the number of draws he's had, I have to assume that he has one. There's no reason for me not to assume that he doesn't have one at this point in time. This is the one thing that Odin does suffer, in general too, is you stick ranged in the back 3, the 3 furthest away from you, so here, for example. Odin doesn't like those, because he has to now have a minion that can not only survive a pelting of that, but also something like that. He is drawing a lot. Was that 2 from his deck? Yeah, that was 2 gods from his deck, right? Yeah, I think that was. Yeah, that should be... Oh, Freya, almost perfectly. So, what I'm going to do is move everything forward a bit. Yeah. I think I do just move everything forward a bit. And then, we just... set up almost perfectly for an Athena. There's no reason, there's no way I can not get hit by an Athena here. If Athena comes down here, then it comes down, and there was nothing I could do to stop it anyway. He would have Athena there anyway. The only thing I could have done is positioned it slightly better, and pushed it further away. But that's fine. But the looks of it, he doesn't have it. He has just War Behemoths instead, which I'm fine with. What do I do for the now? I would really love one of the hell. That's not the worst one to see right now, so I'll take it to the bonk. Let's see. Well, I need this to kill this, because this just... I can't allow the god to stay. The god can't stay. That much we know. God can't stay. So that has to happen. I guess we should draw some ourselves, so I'll play this. I guess I play Rat. There's no reason for me not to play Rat. 2 Warrior Sigils isn't bad. What I can now do is... How can I hit there? Gonna do this, because if this trades here anyway, so that's fine. What I am gonna do is push this down a bit? Yeah, down a bit. And then, how do I minimize the amount of damage that Athena does to me? Well, Athena is gonna go there, because Athena does the most damage in that area. So these 2 spots I should not put in, but if I put any 2 in there, then Athena hits there and there anyway. So, what I'm gonna do is this. Athena is going to be annoying anyway. I'm just trying to minimize the impact of an Athena. Athena coming down into this spot here means that it only effectively kills 2, weakens 1, and I don't believe that any of his other stuff could get to it. So, alright, where's he going to go with this? Hooray, my positioning didn't pay off poorly. So, again, War Behemoth is going to draw him a lot of cards, but I am going to try and fatigue his deck with this. I've seen 2 War Behemoths, and it has hit at least... The first one hit 3 cards, the second one's going to hit more than that. So I'm going to try and force him to overdraw here, simply put. It doesn't look like he's had anything which is going to be of a major impact for it. Ixnay on the Oogway. Ixnay on the Oogway Dewey. Alright. Oh, soul and hell in the same turn. I like. So, here's what we do. Here's what we do. Here's what we do. Part of me really wants to force him to overdraw. If I can shove him to 10 cards in his hand, which I don't want to do. So, because of that, if I hit stone, it's not really doing anything. I can't kill these, so that's a thing. I'm just going to drop hell in the back line. Really wish I could play that chieftain this turn, but I can't. This can go up to there and smack this in the face. This can go up to there and smack this in the face and die. I can trade everything off into the behemoth and then be left with 2/5/5s on the board, which I don't want. But at the same time, I don't have much of a choice here. So what I'm going to do is body block this in as much as possible. In doing this, it's supposed, I say supposed in the very loosest of terms, force him into an awkward situation here. That is the plan, in so much that I can do. And then I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to drop soul here. And my reason for dropping soul down here is simple. I want to buff it with hell. Hell hitting this is fantastic. Hell plus soul is an amazing combo in this deck, just because of the amount of pressure it can do. This War Behemoth isn't in the worst of spots. Body blocked wise, it can still hit stuff, which I'm fine with. He kills the Freya, draws a card off it. He's very low on cards in his deck right now, so I'm going to try and abuse that as best I can. Phantom Grass takes control of Hell, which does suck for me. Now means that I'm in a very awkward situation for trying to deal with Hell, especially seeing as it's going to get buffed into that backside. That's a very strong card for him. Phantom Grasp there. I can see why this deck potentially is now doing as well as it is. The Uguay is going to hit that. I could still win this just based off fatigue, but I doubt it. So, what am I going to do now? I guess then, I need to really just sort of try and... If I pelt this, it hits those two as well, which isn't bad. So, yeah. I hit this, it hits those all for one. It hits all those for one, which doesn't seem like the worst play in the world to do. How much? I have less cards in my hand than him, so I can kill one of the Uguays. I can't really stop the hell at all, so I just do this. I can silence the hell though, which isn't bad, and I will take the silence. You can move here. You can move up here. Well, this thing just dies, so I may as well punch in the 1 damage. There's no reason for me not to. And then I'll make a 3/3, which just dies to hell anyway. So again, I don't know why he's pushing that forward. He shouldn't be pushing that forward unless he's going for the hit the soul. Yep. So he then punts 5 damage into the face there. He should control this board right now, and he'll potentially DPS this. If he has a Deathbringer, then that would hurt. Thankfully, he doesn't. Wow. Oh, because they're immune to spells! Oh, that's great. Oh, that feels great. That feels amazing. So I have 2 versus the 3 damage this turn. If he has a big minion, then there it is. My goal now is to just drop Chieftain. I think I'm just going to drop Chieftain this turn. And then from there... let's see. I can punt 8 damage to face this... 6 damage to face this turn. He clears everything off the board at that point. So what I'm going to do then is probably just Chieftain. And smack the stone a bit, I think. Makes the most sense to me to just smack at a stone for 3. And then what I'm also going to do is it when a friendly beast enters the battlefield? Alright, that's fine then. So what I can do here is I'm just going to do this. This gets buffed, moves back, punts those 2. This thing goes gets up. So I'm hoping that I can just sort of use the threat of the chieftain to efficiently deter him from clearing, but at the same time, he has to clear because otherwise he just dies. What he should look to do is, yeah, he should move to that into the back corner and then ping ping. Ping ping pong. He does need to try and kill the chieftain though, which is a problem for him. If he doesn't clear too efficiently, then I will... Yeah, he's just going to use the hell. There we go. Which I'm happy with. It forces him to make awful trades, and I win next turn now. So that's fine. Unless he plays, like, a couple big minions and clears... He needs to kill this, summon something here, and summon something here. So he needs to place 3 in all of these. Harpy isn't going to do enough. I don't believe... Anyway, let's have a look-see. Because I can chieftain... how do I want to do this, actually? That's a good question. Oh, the protect 1! That's actually amazing for him. Okay, so with 4 things on the board, what do I need to do right now? I'm going to fate and see what I can hit. Hitting the stone is actually the best thing possible right now. I'm also going to push chieftain into the backside. Then I'm going to mutually kill stuff of my own accord. Because that's the best thing I can do right now. This should have hit this, probably. There's no reason for it not to. I'm just gonna body block in hell, I guess. It makes sense. This can then start trading with this. Yeah. Because if I hit this, what's it gonna do? That can hit that. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. It probably does matter, but at the same time, he's probably just gonna push damage this turn. If he moves the 1/1 away, then I can win off a just hitting something to phrase. Deathbringer sucks, but it's not the worst at all. That is the worst. So, yeah. Chances are he'll leave the 1/1.
Good luck.
Oops, I meant to say good game.
Good game.
If he gives that guard, then I lose. If he moves the guard, he didn't move the guard. He's smart. Damn it, he's smart. He's smart. He's smart. He's smart. I can't. Let's see. I can just... if I do this, frenzy, kill the hell, I lose in a while.
Good game.
Yeah. I have to do this turn, and then there's nothing I can do. I think that the War Behemoth drawing a lot wasn't enough for me. I still have to wait 3 turns. Yeah, he's got so much late game. And this is what I was talking about to the deck. It kind of rolls over if it goes super late. The Protect 1, he's going to keep Protect 1 on there. I don't think I have anything else that could buff anything. Why would you... Yeah, he should have... Yeah, he missed 1 damage. If he could get Apollo in close enough, then that'd be fine. Nacon Warrior. I could potentially draw something as an answer here. Let's hope I can. Imperial Soldier's not good enough. Let's see what happens if I do this. Should have thrown that forward a bit. Yeah, no way. Ah, well. The first loss, it was a very late going deck. I couldn't quite put enough pressure on. I maybe shouldn't have traded when I traded. I maybe should have pushed a little bit more to face before the Protect 1 came out. He didn't get cocky and move the Protect 1 forward, which was smart. He was smart. But, you know, we're still on 7, so at the end of the day, anything here is a bonus. Let's see what happens when we move on to the 9th game. Okay, then. So we are in the game. I do not believe this is the same Zeus as last time, so we're in an interesting spot, I do believe. I'm going to drop the Coerce, but I'm going to keep everything else. No, because I'm actually going to keep this full hand. My reason for keeping this full hand is because I can do a lot in these first few opening turns. I can play 2 Sigils, I can then move them forward, ping ping, I can Fate if I need to, if he plays something annoying, and still put damage to stone. Plus also as well, with this early flood on the board, turn 4 Coerce can decimate a board. I can have 1, 2, then the next turn I can have 3, so that's 5. I can have 5 minions buffed up. Admittedly, this is all in an absolutely perfect world where he doesn't do anything. He is looking over some options, I believe. He does have the coin in hand, so he's looking at them. He's going to pop the pot. And he's going to summon out Apollo. Thankfully, I have a way of dealing with this, and that is to Fate. And then, because of Fate, I can punt you there. And then punt you there. So we're in a slightly less than ideal situation in terms of what our Coerce is going to be, but I think given the situation that these aren't too bad. You've just silenced an enemy when you did... Oh, I really want to Coerce this turn, but at the same time, I shouldn't, because it's not going to do enough. If I don't Coerce, then I can drop down 2 more Hunter's Sigils, so that I'm fine with, I think. So I'm going to do this. 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 And then, because he loved them so much last time, let us drop down 2 more. He can't have Athena for at least another 2 turns, at which point I don't care. Hopefully I can survive until then. If not, well, you know.
Your powers are mine!
Oh, this is glorious. Oh, I'm going to love this turn.
May the gods of Valkyrie surround you!
I'm sorry, that turn was just glorious. I now have a bunch of tutus on the board. I have to kind of spread them out a bit. Immune to ranged? How dare you, you bugger! That's fine, I'm going to cheat and silence it. Oh, I've cheated this game so hard. Yeah, and then I have to do this and line everything up as... Yeah, I have to try and line that up. And then do this, and then punt damage to face. If he has Athena, this turn is going to be devastating and destroy me. If he gets Athena here, then I can work around it a little bit, which should be okay. What would be, like I said, I think the absolute worst here would be Athena. Thankfully it's not, it's Poseidon, which is the second worst because of what Poseidon can do. So I think what I need to do is get this down as quickly as possible. And now my moves are simply keep everything as far apart from each other as possible. From whence can you hit the tower? You can hit the tower from there. Hey, he gave up anyway. See how quick this deck wins? When this deck wins, it just punts everything out of the stone. When it loses, it takes forever. But you can see just how quickly this deck wins. Because all I did was flood the board early and buff stuff. And then Hell came down. And so he couldn't, you know, I had Hell gonna come down. And then I was gonna put down Soul as well. And Hell buffing Soul. I mentioned it in that first game. Hell hitting everything around the enemy target is amazing. Hell buffing that so that it hits so much harder is amazing. I've had this thing proc for 6 to 7 damage on something. Like, what even is that? That's nuts. Either way, that was a very quick game, so let's see what happens as we go into the next one. Alright then, it's another Zeus. We seem to be fighting a lot of Zeus today. It's not the same as the guy we fought last time, and I don't know if it's the same as the guy we fought in the first one of this video. Alright, so we're dropping Blade Master, and we're going to drop Frenzy. I should keep Carry Behemoth, but again, this deck is just kind of all about the early, so... My first move is probably going to be Ratatoska. If he does nothing, then it's going to be Hunter's Sigil. Okay, so it's going to be Hunter's Sigil. My reason for Hunter's Sigil is because where they're 1 health, it means that Nemesis can't poop on me, and at the same time, you know, there's not a problem. Another performance already. Oh, they can't get enough of you. So let's see. He can move there, hit those two. So basically he can hit them from wherever they are unless they move backwards. So I think that Carrier Behemoth is probably the option here. Coin Carrier Behemoth I think is fine. What am I going to do turn 4? I guess rat and throw a thing. And then just throw this. From there he can go 1, 2, 3. He'd have to move forward to hit them. Would he? 1, 2. Yeah, he'd have to move forward to hit them. So from here, he'd have to move forward. Apparently that's still in a range of hit. That's fine because he can move up 1, 1, 2, 3, or he can move 4. He can't hit both. He can hit both of them, but he has to hit there, so he takes 1 damage for doing so, which I'm fine with because I can frenzy next turn and kill it if he does that. Who knows? He could do a multitude of things. He could Stone of Gaia. Immune to melee, I'm fine with. Because, as I'm pretty sure he's now aware, I have ranged units. So what I can do is use the Carrier Behemoth to get in the way of the ranged units. And I'm fine with that. I don't have too many ranged units here, so what I'm going to have to do is be careful with this. I'm going to Fate and try and sack him. I did get the nice free sack, which I'm happy with. So what I'm going to do is that can move right now up to there if something is there. So even moving that back isn't going to do enough. So what I'm going to do is punt this here. Punt this here. And then just move this forward so he can't get to it. He now cannot get to the ranged unit. Body blocking is fun. I had the coin, so he can't Athena this turn. That's basically what fighting against Zeus is does he have the ability to kill me this turn? If he has anything with charge, he can kill the 1-1 ranged, at which point this Chaofeng then becomes scary and makes me sad. I should probably, yeah. I would have hit the,
guys think I would just sit
ooh, nasty. Okay. You will have your revenge. Okay, so let's see, from there, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's as far as it can go, so I'm fine in doing this. And then what I can do is, from where can this thing get to? So it can get to anywhere that goes. I really needed to frenzy this turn more than anything else. That can go up to there, so it can kill it anyway. Can still get to it. But I guess I have to be fine with. I should have frenzied this turn and killed the 3/3 punt 3 damage to face. It was not very smart of me. Oh, never mind. What? What? Okay. Whatever. I'll take it. I don't understand what's going on, but I'll take it. I am not opposed to taking free wins. You know, what? What is going on here? Alright then. Hey, it's a new god. We're facing against the Chinese, which is awkward because the Chinese Pantheon does have a fairly reliable and easy way of dealing with this deck. Although immunity to spells is fantastic for dealing with it. I'm going to drop all of these except Gallus because I can get a lot of good stuff. There we go. So I have a turn 1 play of Ratatoska, which if he hoards a card, he hoards a card. Yeah, that should be okay. I do believe that I'm going second, so I at least am able to take away the coin from him, which is just nice. I will probably coin Gallus turn 3, more than anything. Gallus and two Gallus is quite a fun combination, just because you can then have 2 minions which give immunity to spells, also be immune to spells, which is dirty. But again, the situation for doing so is very rare. Plus also as well, you can just then smack them in the face quite efficiently. They are a 1/6. Depends what else you really have on the board. You just have a cushion of 1/1s around them. That does present quite a fun image. Okay, so summoning the 1/1 doesn't do anything onto the board. Ratatoska does. And at most, he can deal 2 damage to the Ratatoska this turn with a Crescent Blade and the Crescent Blade in hand. Smart move to push back the Ratatoska. However, I am simply going to resummon the Ratatoska. Should have played the Imperial Soldier here, actually, now I think about it. That was a very stupid move on my part. I should have Imperial Soldiered and then done that. Because I would have had it... No, I shouldn't have done that, actually. Scratch that. That would have been stupid. It would have just died to Crescent Blades. My subconscious knew what I was trying to do here. My brain knew. I knew what my brain knew, and my brain knew. So, this just dies to that. Throwing down Gallus won't do much. I can drop down a Fate and bonk that to 2. Then what do I hit it with from ranged? Becomes an issue. If I go Gallus, I'm not doing anything else this turn, and that thing presents an issue. If I go Fate, I'm still not killing that, and that still presents an issue. If I drop this back and Gallus... I'm just going to do this for now. I don't have too much of an option here to efficiently deal with that, so I'm going to hide in a corner and pretend that I do have some way of dealing with it. I don't, but I will eventually. That's annoying. The nice thing here, though, is that I can give Hell immunity to spells.
I awake from the darkness!
Hello, everybody.
And just make sure he can't hit that. That's all I'm looking to try and do here. Gallus he can hit, so maybe keeping Gallus in the back was probably a smarter thing to do, but yeah, he can still hit Hell no matter what he does, so he hits Hell. It's still immune to spells, so I'm fine here. And then I can just try and sack the Fate. Know yourself, and victory will be assured. Unless you're fighting a dragon, of course. Okay. I think then... Yeah, he's going to get a lot of board power here, which I have to accept is going to happen. I'm going to try and sack right now, actually. I have a 1 in 4 chance of killing this. Where did it hit? Nope, it hit there, which is the second best target. What I'm now going to do then is... I'm going to Imperial Archer in the back line. I'm going to Fate. Get some okay targets. Yeah. Huzzah! Immunity to spells, boys! Against Chinese deck! Everything is immune! It's the best thing I could do right now. I need to keep this Gallus alive as much as possible. That is annoying, but not the worst thing in the world. Crescent Blade is going to hit that, and I hope that it doesn't hit the Hell. Now he can start pelting me with Crescent Blade, so I cry a little bit. Not too much, though, hopefully. No! Don't hit my Hell. Oh my god, he just sacked me in the best possible way. This game is over. This game is straight up over. Because of that sack. That was the best sack I think I've seen come from a play yet. Was that. So that dies to the Crescent Blade. This is where the Chinese deck is a problem. Or can be potentially a problem because their control is amazing. And this is why the Zhonghui card could potentially be really strong. I'll have more in the patch notes with that at a later date. Okay, Sand Guardian isn't the most painful thing in the world. That will just die if he moves that forward too far, so he can't do that. In the meantime, what I'm going to do is just start now pelting him from afar. Oh, Chaos Spawn. Which do I silence? I silence the Sand Guardian, or do I silence the Imperial Archer? Imperial Archer isn't the worst thing right now, so 2, 5, 9, don't have enough for all of that, so I do want to get this down though, so. And since I have the space for it, I'll do this. Let's push you. Keep you where you are, and you're not hittable by anything. So if I push it up there, then it's not hittable by anything either, and it's technically one closer. It's not actually any different pushing it up that far, because it's got to come down one and then forward one, but whatever. The fact that he has 2 ranged units on board and I only have 1 is an issue. Just from regards of what he's going to put. His board now becomes a problem. That is unkillable for me right now. So I'm going to have to try and rely on Carrier Behemoth to pelt in some damage. That thing's getting bigger, which is nice as well. I think right now he's just trying to make a defensive unit around this. Yeah. He's just trying to make a defensive unit around the back line. Oh, if I had Bludgeon. If I had Bludgeon, this would be the greatest move ever. Game, give me a way to draw a Bludgeon that isn't in my deck or even in this class right now. Now just pelt some damage somewhere. Would be nice to see here. Carrier Behemoth isn't the worst thing to see here, so I'll take it. I'm just going to do this because what this enables me to do is set up a lot of stuff on the board at once. If he kills any of it, then he takes damage and buffs up my minion. If he doesn't kill it, then I can start putting pressure onto the board. Ooh, wait, he has... Oh yeah, because it gets +1 from that, and those 2 are beasts, so that was +3. Again, I'm just trying to make Carrier Behemoth big, and that big. So what he's just done there is managed to increase it to a 714. I do want to start trying to sack my stuff off a bit. To try and hit some of his stuff. So from there, 1, 2, 3. Can't hit from there, but that's fine. That can then start threatening 1 damage in. This hits that. Yeah, he knows that he needs to protect his Guardian right now. It's not the worst thing in the world for me to see. That then punts in the 1 damage that he so desperately wanted to do. Ooh, immune to damage return. That is good for him. Oh, Gift of Moonin. Where do I hit this? If I hit this on that, or do I hit it on that? I think I hit it on the one which is more of a problem right now.
Incarnation is a wonderful gift.
Oh, it is. It most certainly is. Can only move there, that can only move there, but that can hit anything in its range. Yeah, because that can go to there, so that can hit anything in those 2 spots and there. So I'm just going to keep that there for now, I think. Yeah, that looks fine. My board is quote-unquote bigger than his board, but not by much. I also have no cards in hand, which is an issue. So he does have options. A couple of options come to mind anyway. So now he gets a little bit more pressure onto the board and some cleave as well, which is awkward. That being said, though, I'm not in the worst spot. I mean, yeah. So Carrier Behemoth dies there to there, which is fine. That now pelts that. How much damage does he have on board? 6, 11, He has 17 damage on board to kill this. But that's not quite good enough, I'm afraid, if I start pelting my own minions into stuff. Yeah, if I start pelting my own minions into things, then I can increase the amount of damage that thing would take, which could work. Can still get there. I effectively just gave him some free attacks onto that. That was not smart. I forgot that he can go through that. What I have just done here is cost myself a lot of damage in with the free fire giant, but he's not. He didn't see it. He didn't see it. Oh my god, he didn't see it. He didn't see that you could just get free 5 damage into my gladiator. He didn't see it. I'm so lucky he didn't see that. That's annoying because that can start pelting from afar. He knows that he has to start killing this, and he has to do it from ranged. Oh, Sol, you are a beauty. Let's see, this can hit this and this. This can hit that. So 17, he has 7. He has more than enough damage to kill this, which is awkward. How much of it is from range? 3 is from range, so what I can do here is... $14, there's 10. Does he have enough now? 4, 7, 10. He has enough with 1 crescent blade in hand, so... It'll cost him a bit. It'll cost him a lot to do. I will say that much. Could really do with my hell coming out at some point. So yeah. Oh, that was good for him. That was very good for him. And then he can just hit it from afar. I don't know whether or not I could have done anything to that. Wait, what? Oh, he had another crescent blade in hand, didn't he? Yeah. This game is probably over now. Yeah, this game is over now. Again, remember how I said that this deck kind of falls over when it gets to the late game? Yeah, it's now at that point. So, the game is over. There's no way I can really win this. So, I think I'm just going to concede this one now. Yeah, I'm glad I silenced that thing, 'cause if I didn't silence that, I would have lost. This, I could never get to without costing me my chieftain, and I haven't drawn my hell. I don't think I've seen coerce, hell, or anything else that would have benefited the board state I had, which is awkward. Yeah, good choice on the silence there. There's coerce. Of course there's coerce. Oh... That's a shame. GG though. I mean, there's no way. Well played. So, like I said, if I win really hard. If I lose, it takes forever. Oh man. Hey, at least we hit rank 14. That's something. So yeah, that's been a first look. I guess I'm gonna be a tease now. Yeah, I'm gonna be a tease. Next time, we're on 9 and 2. Can we go any further than that? We'll we'll have to see in the next video, ladies and gentlemen. My name has been Supersonic Blur. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and favorite for more, and to share the stuff so people know that it exists. You guys have been a fantastic audience, and I shall see you all next time.